Think back to all of the anime you've ever watched. I bet 90% of them have been about a hero story. Millions of hero stories glorifying them for saving the day and being your run-of-the-mill goody two-shoes with a correct moral compass. But I am a man of logic and faith. Most people don't agree with the dark side, mostly because they think it's all evil, but sometimes it's very alluring. Like, to me, it's very alluring, but not because I want to commit evil acts, only because sometimes the evil person, or quote-unquote evil person, has a point. Light Yagami wasn't a serial killer. At least he wasn't a serial killer the moment he touched the Death Note. He was just a curious kid that wanted to see if the book was truthful. And after some testing, he found out the book works. And then the rest of the Death Note show happens, turning him into a serial killer with a god complex. But originally he started killing people to rid the world of evil and make the society a better, peaceful place, which ultimately worked. The only problem was how he went about doing it and what he had to do to get it done. Pain from Naruto is a very similar story. Pain was a person who was a victim of war, but before that he was a simple ninja who just worked his hardest to bring the world to its peaceful era. That all changed when his friend Yahiko died, and only because Yahiko died, he soon after that adopted the name of Pain and led the Akatsuki that will force the world into peace by any means necessary. All Pain wanted to do was make the world peaceful, and the world rejected that peaceful world for Pain. So Pain, in truth, returned that. He returned that same energy and rejected the world. While I'm on the topic of freedom and peace, I could talk about Eren Yeager, but I think it's best to save that for another video because I can't dive into that without talking about any spoilers. These villains, though, they all have one thing in common. They are fighters who didn't want to fight, strategists who didn't want to think, and warmongers who only wanted peace. The worlds that they lived in provided them trauma, so they returned the favor and gave the world pain. Most villains are not right. Like Doflamingo. Doflamingo is just an evil bastard. And if you need more proof of that, DJ the Champ made a video about him. Go watch that video. I promise you'll see that most villains are actually villains. And this video is not to justify those people, because sometimes they are actually wrong. But although they may be wrong, some of the things they say are completely right. Genocide is one thing that most of these villains do. Pain blew up that whole damn village. Eren, I'm not gonna speak on that. But it's sometimes that these villains do really bad things. Genocide is wrong. But sometimes it's what needs to be done or what has to be done so the world can see what they need to see. And sometimes it's not even the fact that they can do it, it's that they have the power to do it and they don't see any other way to solve the problem than to be the villain. What do you think? Are these villains right in any way? And all the things that they did, were they necessary? Were they a necessary sacrifice so they could accomplish their goal and make the world a better place? Or are they just villains and they deserve to get shunned, bad, and just like all around bad things happen to them? I have no words to like really describe what I want to describe, but let me know down in the comments. What villain do you think was actually right? And what villains do you think are absolutely detestable and they're wrong? Like Show Tucker, I feel like he's a villain. He's just like, you can't save him. But other than that, that's the video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and hit the little bell, just show them some extra love. A few villains that I think were right was definitely Pain. I feel like Pain went through a lot of pain and he deserved better. I feel like he should have been on Naruto's side. I feel like the Talk No Jutsu should have brung Pain to their side. Like, imagine Pain versus those ninjas in a Great Ninja War. Like, that would have been peak content. But other than that, I have nothing else to say, but thank you for watching this video and peace.